Hi, this is Leanne from Global Media Networks with the Business Roundup for the day. We see the veteran banker and business leader Rian Tilaka has stepped down as chairman and director of Touchwood Investments PLC with effect yesterday. He took up the chairmanship and the board position at Touchwood only in January this year. Following the stepping down of Tilaka, Roscoe Maloney has been appointed as the chairman of Touchwood. He was the chairman previously but stepped down after Tilaka accepted the invitation to join the company's board. Ceylon Bank is going ahead with a $2 billion unsecured redeemable debenture issue via private placement. Funds will be raised by the issuance of 10 million unsecured redeemable debentures of the par value of 1,000 rupees each, with an option to issue a further 10 million debentures in the event of an oversubscription. Which is the Board of Directors of People's Finance PLC at its board meeting held on the 28th of June 2012 resolved to change the registered address of the company from number 67 Sir Chithampuram A Garden Martha Colombo 2 to 385 Gold Road Colombo 3 with effect the 12th of July 2012. After a decade of hearings, Colombo Commercial High Court has ruled in favor of the Swadeshi Industries over the ownership of Apsara Venerable Ayurvedic Beauty Soap. Now, Swadeshi Industries, a leading manufacturer of the beauty care brands in the country, launched an Ayurvedic skincare soap Apsara Venerable in 2000. Taking advantage of the popularity of the product, vendor Lanka Company Limited started to market a soap with the same name, Apsara Venerable, in an identical pack. Now, Swadeshi Industrial Works PLC filed a case against vendor Lanka Company Limited for imitating their Apsara Venerable in 2000 and applied an injunction order against vendor Lanka Limited to prevent marketing and distribution of the imitated Apsara Venerable. Now, at the request, the court ruling ordered the accused an injunction order not to manufacture or market the product until the case is heard. Moving on to more business news, we see that Sri Lanka's foreign reserves have gained above average returns over the past 10 years, despite the challenges in global monetary conditions, the central bank said. Now, the central bank in a statement said on the 7th of July that the bank has been able to deliver higher than average returns and consistent enhancement of value of its reserves in the past. The investments in Greek bonds were a small fraction of the central bank total euro portfolio, and the loss of Greek bonds were comfortably offset by higher returns from other investments, the statement said. The bank, clarifying its actual position on reserve management, said it manages the foreign reserves in order to safeguard and enhance the value of its overall reserves, as well as generate a reasonable income from its investments. According to the central bank, the returns generated by the reserve management activities in the past 2 years have been well above the benchmark of the US Fed fund rate and had yielded $430 million in 2011 at a 6.56% rate on an investment of $6.557 billion. In 2010, the return was $341 million on $5.537 billion at a rate of 6.16%. Noting that a wide portfolio, which includes all types of financial instruments such as fixed income, money market, and treasuries, will incur fluctuations in real time, the central bank said. Despite significant challenges, it has managed to deliver above average returns and value growth of its reserves in the past, and it is confident that it can do so in the future as well, in keeping with its policy guidelines. And we also see that India's Tata firm Diversified Conglomerate has written off its over 50-year-old equity stake existed in 22 Sri Lankan firms, a media report stated. According to the report, the investment has been written off as most of the firms which it has stakes in Sri Lanka has been closed down or could not be traded or realized. But the investments have been written off at a very nominal amount. The Tata Investment Corporation Limited has said, however, the firm has not disclosed the exact cost of the write-offs. The firm has also written off its equity stakes in 4 Pakistani companies for similar reasons. The company wrote off the historical holdings in 26 companies in Sri Lanka and Pakistan, which the company has been carrying for over 50 years, but which had either closed operations or could not be traced or realized, and the cost of which has been written down to a very nominal amount. And lastly, we see that Sri Lanka's Finlay Stock Insurance Brokers Limited has obtained an ISO 9001-2008 certification for excellence in quality management systems. Now, Finlay Insurance Brokers is one of the leading property casualty and liability insurance brokers operating in Sri Lanka. The firm represents all licensed insurers operating in the market and also represents a number of well-known global insurance intermediaries, including Aon Global Insurance Brokers Limited. Now, Finlay's Insurance Brokers Private Limited is a subsidiary of the diversified Finlay's Colombo PLC. With that, I round up the news for today. Thank you very much for listening and see you again tomorrow.